Have you heard about the Explore Offers options in Zillow?
No.
Oh my gosh. So today with Alan
And Betsy,
we are going to tell you about what Zillow is doing again.
oh Lord, it's Zillow again.
I know. Oh my gosh. If you are a seller, I don't know if you've seen this, but they are already testing this in some markets that they have a new link on the listings. We'll put a graphic here you can see that says explore your offer options.
If you would just stay off of Zillow, it would help America, actually. America.
But here's what we're doing. They are taking and trying to help buyers determine what offer to make on your listing. So they're using Zillow's algorithm, and they're using things like how many days has the property been on the market? Has it had a price reduction already? And if so, they are suggesting offers lower than the list price on your listing. Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. Sellers, I think you should seriously be considering, do you really want your house on Zillow?
No. No is the answer. The answer is no. I've told all of my sellers we should pull all of your homes off of Zillow. By the way, not just for that reason, but because of the agents that are showing your houses and the fall through rate right now because of that.
Here's the
Bad.
thing. Here's the thing. You know why they're suggesting offers to buyers? I think part of it is because the agents that get the leads, here's what happens, people. Your listing goes on Zillow. Now, I'm all about the most eyes. I know that theory that the more people that see it, the more opportunity they are to get the offers. Here's the thing. The more people that see your house on Zillow, the more likely a qualified buyer lead potentially goes to an unqualified agent.
Very unqualified.
They go out there, and what they do is many of the agents that get Zillow leads, top team leaders pay for them, or they've signed up for a program called Zillow Flex. And what they do is they hand these off to their agents on their team. They do this so that they can feed them leads. These are not the best qualified agents. And what happens is sometimes a buyer can get turned away from your property or can actually go in, and I think Zillow has come up with this explore your offer options to help the agents who don't know what they're doing learn what they should offer on properties. This is not a good thing. I really believe sellers should start to be considering, do we even want our property on Zillow anymore?
The answer is no.
So, moving into the future, what you have to know is by putting your property on Zillow, which we have a program, we can actually say, hey, we don't want you to go on Zillow. And what would happen? Here's what I'm going to tell you. If your house is priced right, in the right neighborhood, priced for the terms and conditions that the property is in, professional agents are going to find it in the multiple listing service. And by finding it in the multiple listing service, we stand to get a higher quality agent than somebody finding it on Zillow.
Yes.
So,
And, to chime in there, the fall through rate is higher than it's been, much higher. And the biggest reason that I have noticed, me personally, I'm not saying that this is the reason, because there's a lot of reasons the fall through rate is higher. Buyers are their expectations are absolutely insane right now. And a lot of that is because obviously the interest rates are higher. And so their expectations are they go in, they get the perfect house. Sellers' expectations are we put our house on and, but here's the thing. Because of this, we are getting, when they go in and people are searching on that Zillow, they click that Zillow agent, they get the Zillow person. One of my houses in particular, 3 times I had a fallout, and they were all 3 Zillow agents. One time, twice, stupid fallouts. One was the guy said, the schools. I said, the schools? And he said, yeah, I thought it was Hickory Schools. Why did he think it was Hickory Schools? Well, because on Zillow, it says schools nearby in big bold print, Hickory. Right here it says listings from the agent.
right.
And it says the correct schools. The second time, the agent did not know because they don't know the market, that this house happens to be on 3 acres and it was septic. Well, everything in our market that is on 3 acres is on septic. How would you not know that?
Right.
Well, if you had an agent,
Here's what's
smart,
happening.
you would know that.
Quite often, these agents, they get a Zillow lead, and it's called what's called speed to lead. They have to react to it quickly in a certain time. They get graded on how fast they respond. So what happens, the agent will often never meet with the client until they show up at the house. So guess what happens? They don't know how their qualifications are. They don't know if how serious they are. They truly don't know what the client's looking for. They just know the client said, hey, I'd like to see that house. Do you want everybody that just says, hey, I'd like to see that house coming through your house? No. What you need is qualified buyers, and qualified buyers come from professional agents that go through a buyer interview process and don't find their buyers on Zillow.
Yeah, but don't forget, by the way, if you really like what we're saying, and I know you do because this is very important, don't forget to love us, subscribe to us down below, and continue to follow us to hear more important stuff like this that you should know in this market right now.
So until next time, Alan
And Betsy.
from Virginia Beach, see you soon.